Fresh Harvest Land boneless chicken breast, $7.99 per pound for all varieties. Save $3 on juicy red ripe strawberries, $4.99 for a 1-pound package. Save $1 on fresh Portuguese rolls, $4.99 for a package of 6. A sweet treat, Magnum ice cream bars, $5.39 for a 3-pack. 20% off all varieties and sizes of Rachel Ray's pet food. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more super specials.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Wednesday, April 24th. I'm Jasmine Patterson, and thanks for joining us. Back to the drawing board. That's the decision made today by Tourism and Transport Minister Zane De Silva to reinstate the old public bus schedule whilst current issues with the new timetable are ironed out. This comes after numerous complaints from the general public were expressed. As of Monday, April 29th, the newly implemented 2019 public bus schedule will no longer be operational, as the Department of Public Transportation noted challenges with the frequency in buses and insufficient capacity. Mr. De Silva adds it's unlikely a revised schedule will be implemented before September.
After 6 weeks of operating the new 2019 bus schedule, it has been determined that the change is necessary to thoroughly address concerns with scheduled trip times and rest times for bus operators. DPT has consolidated feedback from the public and operators on the performance of the 2019 50 bus schedule, noting challenges with the service's frequency and insufficient capacity. The reports include inadequate service during morning and afternoon peak times, over and above what was experienced in the previous schedule. In response, Barnes Corner and Grotto Bay buses will be reinstated, providing additional lift to and from Hamilton. Additionally, the new schedule did not provide sufficient rest time between trips, presenting health and safety concerns for bus operators and the traveling public, which must be addressed immediately. This decision was not taken lightly, but it is the only recourse to address concerns and safety of our operators and passengers. Adjustments were made to the new 2019 schedule to provide additional lift. However, this requires daily coordination of unscheduled work and does not address the issue of the rest times for bus operators. A new cut of the schedule is the fastest and proper way to achieve the necessary changes. The reassessment process will take several months to complete, and it is not anticipated that any further changes will occur prior to September 2019.
Meanwhile, Shadow Minister of Transport Leah Scott has thrown her full support behind the DPT in light of the situation at hand. In fact, she apologizes for past criticisms voiced.
First, I must let you know that I actually had a meeting last week with Minister De Silva and the DPT head, Roger Todd, and Jasmine Smith was also present. And they were able to fill me in on a lot of things that I was not aware of that are going on with the department, just in terms of what they're trying to do. And I know that I have consistently given Mr. Todd a hard time in terms of his management style. And I have a greater understanding of what he is trying to accomplish now. So, for any of the remarks that I might have said that people may have perceived as disparaging, I want to apologize to him for that. I do have a greater understanding of what they're trying to do. I do understand that they have many moving parts, that they are really trying to grow the fleet with new buses, but as you know, they are economically challenged. And Mr. Todd is committed to moving Bermuda forward with a quality bus service. They're trying to modernize their systems. They recognize that through the people's voice, the current bus schedule wasn't working. So I applaud them for at least reverting back to one that was working better than the one that they implemented and called the one that was going to be in play for the next 18 months. They do have a challenge, and their challenge is a fiscal challenge because we don't have enough money to buy the number of buses that we need. But I believe that Mr. Todd and the minister are fully committed to trying to get an effective bus service and schedule. And so I have committed to supporting them in any way that I can. I have also let Mr. Todd know that where we disagree, I will say that I do disagree, but I'm committed to helping them to get an effective and efficient bus service in play for the people of Bermuda.
Shadow MP Leah Scott speaking there to Mike Sharp. Well, Chris Ferbert, president of the Bermuda Industrial Union, urges the government to prevent the sale of the island's sole electricity supplier ending up in the hands of Canadian investors. Mr. Ferbert, during a press conference, suggested there are concerns regarding the alleged actions of the CEO of Ascendant Group, the parent company of Belco.
We've been hearing through the grapevines that, the Belco workers a couple of months ago did have a sit-out because of Mr. Sean Duffy. My understanding is that Mr. Duffy is behind the scenes trying to make sure that Belco is sold to a Canadian company. And I certainly hope that the Bermuda government don't allow that to happen because, and I say that with the greatest amount of respect, we currently right now have an airport that has been given to Aecon for the next 30 plus years. We have the Bermuda Hospital who done an agreement with a Canadian group to build the new hospital. So why is it seems like, Canada might seem like it's the place to go. But I certainly hope that, as I said a moment ago, the government would do what it can to make sure that if that entity could remain Bermudian, if Belco wants $1 for the company, as long as, we're prepared to raise that dollar capital within Bermuda, then, there's monies that right now are going to be, if it's sold to Canada, be transported out of Canada, the profits will be transported to Canada. They should be able to remain in our economy. So certainly there are some questions I think that the government needs to raise in relationship to this whole sale to make sure that Mr. Duffy is not padding his own canoe or padding his own finances and making sure this sale goes through to this Canadian company.
The Ascendant Group this evening declined to comment on Mr. Ferbert's statement. Well, stay with us. More news after this short break.
4K ready box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
Sears is Bermuda's largest home appliance store with over 200 appliances in our showroom. We have refrigerators and freezers, gas ovens and electric ranges, washers and dryers. Sears has a wide selection of craftsman's tools and accessories. Beautify your home with our lawn and garden tools. We have everything you need for outdoor entertaining. Located at 41 Victoria Street, Sears is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sears, reliable delivery, quality service, and everyday low prices.
Welcome.
Welcome to World Triathlon Festival Weekend.
See you at the Sunday Shopping Festival on April 28th.
Sunday is the new Saturday.
Enter to win a shopping spree or a travel voucher.
World Triathlon Festival Weekend. There's something for everyone.
Kevin McNeil, an advocate for the abused, a voice for the voiceless. One of the most sought-after speakers on the subject of trauma and abuse. Hearing Kevin speak will change your life.
April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month and Sexual Assault Awareness Month. SCARS and the Center Against Abuse have joined together to host a Partner in Prevention Recognition Ceremony. The event will be held on Friday, April 26th at the BUEI at 6 p.m. You will not want to miss it.
Thanks for staying with us. Reckless on Queen Street. Police say they are aware of this video circulating on social media. It's unclear when this took place, but as you can see, a young man on what appears to be a dirt bike races up Queen Street before skidding out at the intersection. After multiple attempts, he restarts his bike, then drives in the wrong direction down Queen Street as normal traffic is attempting to pass. The video then turns to another rider racing down Church Street on one wheel. He also appears to be driving on the wrong side of the road. No need to explain just how dangerous this is. Well, police say they are investigating the matter, but are asking for the public's help in identifying these individuals. Anyone with information information is encouraged to call the main police telephone number at 295-0011. The Bermuda Police Service will be hosting a press conference tomorrow with the Motorcycle Racing Club, the Bermuda Long Riders Association, and the Bermuda Motocross Club to discuss what's being done to create positive alternatives to these actions seen in the video. An American former police detective turned motivational speaker on overcoming childhood trauma will be speaking on the island this week. Local abuse prevention agency SCARS and the Center Against Abuse hope Kevin McNeil's story of rising above stigma and healing from the past abuse will help educate the public. Mr. McNeil is the founder of abuse awareness organization, the 12 Project.
It's a two-sided scale. We educate as well as bring awareness, not just to the people in the profession, but also to the community at large, so people can understand how important it is to not only report abuse, but educate themselves on the effects of abuse so they can know what they're seeing and they can become aware of what some of the signs and what are some of the things that they should be looking for, and also how to create abusive-free environments while our children can grow up, because it's not just the physical or the abuse, it's psychological and emotional as well. So you can have an abusive environment, and if the child grows up in that environment, their brain can wire itself to that abusive environment, and actually it can cause behavior issues and behavior changes later on.
What are some of the impacts on society for those who have been abused?
Oh, wow. There's a lot. There's violence. There's health issues. There's things like adverse childhood experiences where people who don't get help from trauma, from childhood abuse, they're prone to more violence, prone to more alcohol and drug addictions. They're prone to commit suicide against themselves. And so the ramifications are many. And so I believe that the violence that we see in our community today is a result of the abuse we didn't deal with on yesterday. So if that's any indicator that we need to be talking about this more if we want to heal our world and make our world a safer place.
Laurie Shields-Smith of the Center Against Abuse and Debbie Ray Rivers of SCARS say that silence is the biggest challenge to overcome.
You know, testimonies are so important. It can be somebody sitting in that audience that, you know, saying, well, this happened to me, and if he can do it, and he can heal, and he can empower others, I can heal. And our stories are very important. It's really why the Darkness to Light Stewards of Children training, in my view, is so successful, because, and now we have a community of 8,600 people that have been educated in prevention. It is stories. That the reason that Darkness to Light is so successful is because people tell stories, and we cannot dispute experience. Yeah. And we can also learn from it.
Yeah, and what happens is that it doesn't just affect a survivor, it affects someone who knows the survivor as well, and that way that person can assist that individual or assist someone prior to this even happening, so it's actually can stop. Hearing someone else's story can actually stop an abusive situation.
Well, the event takes place this Friday at BUEI. Now let's take a look at our Accuweather forecast.
Accuweather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to Accuweather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and we're halfway through the work week. Hopefully your week has been off to a good start so far. We do have some rain returning. Looks like it'll get here once we head into the weekend, but up until then, pretty quiet conditions here. We have high pressure that's starting to build in, so that's going to keep the weather on the nicer side, at least a little bit drier than what we've seen as of lately. So not a whole lot to show you on the radar this evening. Temperatures right now are in the low 70s, so pretty seasonable outside here, and the winds are very light. We have the winds coming in out of the north-northwest right around 5 knots, humidity around 75%, and no issues out there on the water. So if you're trying to get some boating in, excellent conditions right now. Waves inside the reef up to 1 foot, and then outside of the reef running between 2 and 5 feet. So again, pretty nice conditions if you do plan on heading out toward the water. All right, we don't have any marine alerts to fill you in on. No small craft warnings out there. You can see your tidal times right over here. We have our high tide coming in at 1:25 tomorrow morning. So there you go. Here's the forecast for tonight. We'll be under partly cloudy skies here. Temperatures falling to about 65 degrees for tonight. And then tomorrow should be a beautiful day outside, a blend of sun and clouds. Your afternoon high temperature getting into the low 70s. So again, temperatures pretty seasonable for this time of the year. And our low temperature for tomorrow night, just a couple degrees warmer than what we expect for tonight. So let's get into our futurecast here and show you what's going to be going on over the next couple of days. As I mentioned, high pressure is going to be building in, so we associate that with generally dry and fair weather conditions. The next disturbance that we have to watch out for isn't going to be coming until the weekend time frame. You can see by 11 o'clock on Friday morning, we will have some rain coming off the east coast here. And ahead of that disturbance, you can see all of the winds coming in from the south, so likely going to have some choppier conditions out on the water as we get toward Friday. But with that southerly wind flow, it's also going to allow for temperatures to stay nice and warm as well. We'll get to that extended forecast in a second. Let's talk about a few other locations. In Jamaica right now, we do have some showers in the area. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s, and you can see some of the other temperatures here. Barbados 87, 91 in Trinidad, but they're also dealing with some thunderstorms in the area. If you're doing any traveling, maybe you're heading out to Canada here, 60 degrees tomorrow, partly sunny skies. Atlanta, Georgia, right around 80 degrees. Looks like our trouble spot for tomorrow is going to be in London with some showers around and temperatures in the upper 50s. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Again, not a whole lot going on here, at least Thursday into Friday. The winds will come in out of the south, and that will keep temperatures in check, mid 70s, but we'll also have to watch out for some rain with a boundary that will likely stall near the area for Saturday and Sunday.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
I was diagnosed with illness. Very frightening because my son had just turned 1 and it was a cancer. So I'm young, new baby, and I needed to get the care that I knew would be definitive so that I wanted to be around for him for a very long time. I got in contact with BF&M, and BF&M was able to commit at that time to doing at least 50%, so we were comfortable, okay, well, we're gonna go. We got off the plane, actually, the day of the procedure, and on my way to the limo, my case manager called and she says, Kiana, we got it, you're covered at 100%. And I cried all the way to the office because I was just so happy. The BF&M difference is that I really felt that the case manager really was concerned about my overall care, and because of that I really appreciated them. I think that personal care, that willingness to listen, and then to work until they were able to get it so that I could get full coverage really made the difference for me.
The annual peppercorn ceremony was the main site in the heart of St. George today, a tradition that began more than 200 years ago. Try Trot brings us the many sights and sounds.
Members of the Lodge of St. George, number 266, march into the square in style to pay their annual rent of 1 peppercorn for the use of the State House, which has been their home since the year 1816, when the island's seat of government moved from St. George's to Hamilton.
Which you will now see, and band and corps of drums.
But before that was the grand arrival of the Royal Bermuda Regiment.
Parade approaches the square. The Guard of Honor will change arms several times. And in command, the beat company.
Later, the mayor of St. George's, the worshipful Quinnell Francis, senior members of the cabinet arrive, followed by the grand arrival of His Excellency the Governor, John Rankin. Addressing the sizable crowd, the governor made light of the history that saw the seat of power and residence of the governor shift from the old town to Hamilton.
But it is equally a pleasure to visit here with friends and family on a personal basis. To walk the streets, see the houses and forts, meet the friendly people of this town, and enjoy all that this remarkable UNESCO World Heritage Site has to offer. My one regret, Madam Mayor, is that there is no longer an official residence for the Governor in which to come and stay. But of course, Madam Mayor, I'm open to any suggestion you may have to once again provide an appropriate residence for the Governor, should you and the corporation see fit.
Elsewhere, Governor Rankin acknowledging the traditional generosity of the Freemasons.
This year, the Freemasons Fund of Bermuda has given generous financial support to the Bermuda Sea Cadets, Friends of Hospice, Meals on Wheels, the Scouts Association, PALS, Vision Bermuda and Windreach. I thank the Freemasons for their charitable giving.
To no surprise, the Royal Bermuda Regiment Band's performance was a crowd favorite.
Well, thanks to Ryan. Still to come, Earl Basted will have all the latest sports news in just a few.
I got these for seasickness last week, and they're terrible.
That's strange.
I know. I put one behind each ear like you're supposed to, and nothing happened.
These are tablets. You're meant to take them with water.
I got this pump for my asthma. Hasn't changed anything.
Show me how you're using it. It's an inhaler. You're meant to breathe it in.
Well, this toothpaste, definitely off.
It's a hemorrhoid cream.
Well, that explains why my gums are shrinking.
I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
Over time, your mattress goes through a lot. That's why at Dreams, our experts recommend you replace your mattress every 8 years for a better night's sleep. Replace every 8 years and sleep better with Dreams.
For the world we're gonna make.
Made with care, handled with care, delivered with care. Now that's what dreams are made of.
Four-K ready box, cloud DVR storage, more local channels on every device in your home. Get more with FiberWire TV.
Now, Earl Baston has the latest from the sports desk.
Bermuda's Carifta Games athletes arrived home last night and were greeted by a large crowd of family and friends. Minister of Sports, Lovita Fogo, who attended the games, told those in attendance,
Bermuda athletes acquitted themselves extremely well. That's a testament to the coaching. It's a testament to the determination of our athletes, and in spite of them being very young and for some perhaps performing on the international stage, finding it quite daunting, they still gave it their all.
Head coach Devon Bean said we must strike the iron while it's hot in sports.
We all talking about losing a generation. Government, along with us, need to invest in sport. As you see, once you put your money where your mouth is, the proof is in the pudding.
Gold medalist Nairobi Smith Mills said everything fell into place from start to finish.
This was my first Carifta, coming back from injury last year, so, coming towards getting the gold, my coach and I really did, put in the effort this year to I want to say, progress from my time last year to my time this year, and, a time that could allow me to compete this year. So overall, the BNA, my coach, Paces and all, I really like to thank you guys, and it shows. Thank you.
Bermuda swimmers concluded competing in the Carifta Swimming Championships in Barbados. On the final day of championships, Bermuda picked up yet another 13 medals to make their final count 42. Bermuda would finish second overall with 13 gold, 7 silver, and 12 bronze medals. Elon Daly won the 13 to 14 girls age group individual high points award, while Sam Williamson won the 13 to 14 boys age group individual high points award. Gold medal winners on the final night included Brian Desmond in the 15 to 17 boys 400 meter freestyle. Daly won the 13 to 14 girls 200 meter backstroke gold medal, and Williamson won the gold medal during the 13 to 14 boys 100 meter breaststroke. Close to $100,000 was handed out to 27 young athletes as the 2019 National Junior Athlete Sponsorship Program Award Ceremony took place at the Fairmont Hamilton Princess, hosted by the Department of Youth, Sport, and Recreation earlier today, with Minister of Sport Lovita Fogo and 2009-2010 recipient Taryn Frey, 16 sporting organizations including rugby, golf, triathlon, basketball, football, cricket, track and field, swimming, tennis, cycling, volleyball, motorsports, equestrian, rowing, hockey, and squash athletes were presented funding to assist their athlete in development or competition for the upcoming year. Members of the Bermuda national men's bowling team began competing in the Men's Pan American Championships in Lima, Peru. The opening day saw players compete in the individual competition, with each bowler rolling 6 games. Damian Matthews finished highest for the Bermuda team when he finished in 34th place with an average of 212.33 pins. This after rolling a 198, 178, 226, 230, 185, and 257 for a total of 1,274 pins. David Maycock finished with an average of 199.50 after striking a total of 1,197 pins, finishing 55th. Akeem Tolbert ended in 67th place with an average of 194. Dennis Joel was 77th with an average of 186. Lamar Richardson was 86th with an average of 179, and Blake Rayner was 94th with an average of 165. Dalray Rollins and his Sussex Seconds teammates went down by 8 wickets to Gloucestershire in their second 11 trophy match at the Preston Nomads Cricket Club Memorial Ground. Sussex batted first and were bowled out for 186. Luke Wells was their top scorer with 34. Rollins was out without scoring. In reply, Gloucestershire would score 187 for 2. Sakari Famous represented the University of Georgia at the 2019 Yellow Jacket Invitational Track Meet. Famous, competing in the women's high jump, finished tied second. She would have a top leap of 1.70 meters or 5 feet 7 inches. Jan Sutton and his Thomas College men's tennis teammates edged Curry College 5-4 in their final regular season tennis match. Sutton won his only match of the day in singles 7-6, 6-1 at the number 4 position against Lorenzo Russo. Walker Campbell and his William & Mary's men's golf teammates shot a 13 over par 297 in the first round of the CAA Championships. Junior Campbell shot a 6 over par 77 to end the day tied 31st. 2019 Softball Association League season got underway at the Michael Priest Softball Diamond. On the opening night, saw a total of 60 runs cross the plate in a triple header. The Docksiders outscored Hakuna Matata Charters 15-11 in the opener. Blue Wahoos defeated Chubb Kings 12-5 in the next game, and the night was ended with Sea Venture defeating the Parakeet Flyers 16-1. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Save $1 on fresh ground hamburger, only $2.99 a pound. And imported broccoli crowns, just $2.99 per pound. Blue Diamond Almond Breeze Milk, $5.99 for select varieties of 64-ounce cartons. Save $2.16 on Schmidt Old Time Honey Wheat or Split Top Sliced Bread, $3.99 for a 20-ounce loaf. Arm & Hammer Laundry Detergent, $5.99 for select varieties of 50-ounce bottles. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more super specials.
You can count on us. Are you required to take one or more medications daily but have a hard time remembering when to take them? The Phoenix Stores can help with an MDS blister pack, a multi-dose packaging system that makes it easier to manage and take your medication. Each MDS blister pack contains medication for the week and is pre-packed, sealed, and labeled by a pharmacist. Prescriptions grouped by the day and the time of day you should take them. Take confidence in knowing you're using your medications as the doctor planned. Visit the Phoenix Stores to get your MDS blister pack today. The Phoenix Stores, for a better life.
Surface Trends has been serving Bermuda for over 25 years, supplying and installing tile and natural stone. We have a large in-stock selection of beautiful porcelain wood planking, including our exclusive Bermuda cedar tile. You will also find Bermuda's best in-stock selection of countertops, including natural granites, exotic quartzites, and silestone engineered quartz in all the newest colors. Our team will be happy to help you. Stop by our showroom at 17 Serpentine Road or give us a call at 295-8005.
And that's all from us here for tonight. I'm Jasmine Patterson. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Jasmine Patterson's wardrobe and makeup is provided by Gibbons Company.